Let me tell you why it's important to follow your attorney's advice. If you don't follow your attorney's advice during a family law case, it could really mess up everything, including your kids. So let me tell you about two different clients and how they followed their attorney's advice. Client number one was the primary caregiver of her child. Shortly after a divorce proceeding began, the husband spoke with another attorney and took a route of action that completely altered the child's schedule. Client gave me a call on a Saturday. We retained me and we began our negotiations with the other attorney. While I'm speaking with the attorney, the client still has to live their life and have to discuss with the father what's going on with their child. So it's important to follow your attorney's advice and determine what type of path you need to take. Client number one took the advice, spoke briefly with the father, and was able to maintain communication and maintain video communication with her child while the attorneys fought to negotiate some sort of agreement while pending a court case. Unfortunately for my client, the scheduled hearings were months out, meaning that no court order would be able to give her access to the child until we negotiated something or until we were able to force the court to move the case sooner. So what we did here is we took both paths. We negotiated, ended up reaching a deal after 13 days of hard negotiating, getting the child back into my client's hands and into a schedule that was more appropriate for the child than what was being offered from the original point. Now, on the other side, client number two did not take advice of myself or other prior attorneys and decided to communicate with the father of her child in a way that the courts would later get an opportunity to see at trial. It was very clear that the communications were not in the child's best interest, were very clearly combative and clearly against attorney's advice. And that was countered against an opposing party who did a great job in listening to their attorney's advice. I think even the court referenced that this individual was clearly speaking through their attorney and ended up seeing that was the appropriate manner in which to communicate in these litigation times. If you ever have any questions, understand that the earlier you speak to an attorney, the better off you're going to be. And we're always here. We're always open at Jessica Moise. My name is Andres Jaime Gonzalez. I handle family, divorce, custody matters. Give us a call.